The Galactic Summit was held every 50 years. It was the biggest political meeting in the galaxy, where leaders from hundreds of alien civilizations gathered. The room floated in space, a massive station with glowing white floors and endless stars outside the windows. In the center sat the human delegation.com. Silent, smiling, Ambassador Alina Ross. Earth's representative stood tall in her black suit. Her hands were folded neatly. Her lips held a soft smile. Round her, alien voices shouted. "You humans are still weak," growled a thick green-scaled Rezic general. "You always ask for peace. Peace is for slaves," hissed a thin, worm-like speaker from the Quran Syndicate, one after another. The alien delegates mocked Earth. They laughed, pointed, and joked. The humans just listened. They didn't interrupt. They didn't argue. They smiled. Alina waited until the laughter died. She bowed gently and said, "We thank the Council for their honesty. Humanity will reflect on your words." Then she sat down. The aliens laughed again, but in a secret chamber on Earth. Deep underground, a red light turned green, and somewhere in deep space, a signal was sent. Begin Phase 1, Scene 1. Humanity's hidden face back on Earth, under the Atlantic Ocean. A hidden base called Black Trident came to life. No media, no announcements, no speeches, just silence. General Mark Vega stood in a dark control room. Around him, officers worked in silence. Screens showed alien cities, space stations, warships, all targets. "Confirm the command," he said softly. Technician replied, "Confirmed. Operation Smilefire is go." Mark turned toward the camera and whispered, "They asked for kindness. We gave them kindness. Now we give them memory." Scene 2. The disappearance of Marganine 2 days later. An alien mining station called Marganine went silent. No alarms. No explosions. Just silence. A rescue ship from the Zarkon Empire arrived. Inside the mine, everything was gone. The walls were scorched. The machines melted. Not a single body. Only one message remained, painted on a wall in human language. "We sincerely regret your loss." The Zarkon captain trembled. "This wasn't war," he said. "This was a message." Scene 3. Fear begins to grow. News spread fast. More alien outposts disappeared, always with a polite message left behind. Message said, "We asked for peace. You responded with laughter. We hope this changes your mind." Panic spread through the Galactic Union. Who was doing this? Why so polite? The humans denied everything. Ambassador Alina spoke on camera again, her smile unchanged. "We do not wish to fight. We do not forget." Scene 4. The secret of Earth's patience. Hundreds of years ago, humanity faced extinction by its own wars. But instead of dying, they changed. They trained not only their armies, but their emotions. Earth built silent forces. Calm thinkers. Emotionless warriors. Their rule was simple. Do not strike first. But if struck, finish it politely. The galaxy never took Earth seriously. Their kindness was seen as weakness. Peace was mocked. But now, the storm had started. It wore a smile. Scene 5. The silent armada in the outer rim of space. A fleet of human ships moved through the dark. They didn't speak. No warnings, no lights. Just black ships shaped like blades. Each ship carried EMP bombs, gravity shredders, and neurogas. Weapons not used in normal war, but humanity didn't want a war. They wanted memory. They wanted every alien who laughed to remember the moment they stopped laughing. Scene 6. The Whisper Agent on the planet Vorthon. Alien intelligence intercepted a human spy. The spy was calm, sitting in a chair, hands on his lap. "Why are you doing this?" the alien interrogator demanded. The human smiled. "We tried to speak. You didn't listen. Could have warned us. We did. You called it weakness." The alien slammed the table. "Who are you?" The human leaned forward. "We're your lesson." Then he bit a hidden capsule. Silent explosion of neural gas filled the room. Everyone died in seconds. On the wall behind him, scrawled in human writing, "Thank you for your time." Scene 7. The turning point. The Galactic Union called an emergency meeting. "Humanity is attacking us," shouted the Vrexian leader. "But they deny everything. said another delegate. They leave messages, smiles, apologies, but their hands are full of blood. They said please, for erasing our fleet. We laughed at them. Now we bleed. Panic, fear, silence. Ambassador Alina stood up once more. She looked at every leader. We asked for respect. You gave us ridicule. We offered peace. You offered insult. Now, you receive response. Still smiling, she walked out. Scene 8. The beginning of fear across the galaxy. Alien governments changed. They began to watch human ships closely. They spoke politely to Earth's representatives. They canceled anti-human programs. Some even began teaching their children, be kind to humans, or be ready to disappear. Scene 9. A message from the shadows back at Black Trident Base. General Vega stood before a black screen. A human AI named Salmine blinked on screen. Status, Phase 1 complete, said the AI. All targets neutralized. Psychological pressure applied. Alien response, confused, scared, learning fast. Vega nodded. Continue Phase 2. Begin showing the edge. Salmine smiled. Let the galaxy know humanity is still smiling, but the hands are no longer tied. On a distant alien planet, a teacher spoke to younglings. Why do humans always smile? Child asked. The teacher paused, then replied, because they tried being kind. The galaxy didn't listen. Outside the classroom, a human envoy walked by. He nodded, smiled, and said gently, "Good day." The children froze. The teacher bowed deeply, because now the galaxy knew. Behind every human, smile is a memory, and behind that memory is fire. A massive alien warship, the Othron's Claw, picked up a strange signal from deep space. A single repeating code. No voice, no image, just one word flashing. Observe. Curious, the commander followed the signal. The ship entered a dark nebula, where wreckage of 20 alien stations floated in silence. Among the twisted metal was something strange. Small debris pieces arranged in space. The pieces formed a sentence in perfect galactic standard. Thank you for watching. Could react, their ship's systems shut down. Power gone. Lights off. And then, nothing. The warship was never seen again. Scene 1. The investigation begins on the capital planet of the Galactic Union. Secret investigation began. Who were these new humans? How were they striking with such precision, yet remaining unseen? Alien analysts began looking into Earth's past. They uncovered something strange. A program called Project Echo Silence, a psychological training plan Earth began 150 years ago. Objective: create soldiers who never speak unless needed, who never show anger, who kill without emotion, smile while doing it. These were not just warriors. These were ideas with faces. Scene 2. The Leakin alien journalist named Yek 4L, working for the Union Broadcast Net, hacked an old Earth data server. What he found was terrifying. Video logs of human children being trained in emotional silence. A 7-year-old girl was shown building explosives, then bowing politely after a perfect demonstration. A 9-year-old boy stood in front of a general and said, "I will not hate. I will not scream. I will erase quietly." Yek uploaded the files anonymously. Within hours, millions across the galaxy watched them, and fear turned to horror. Scene 3. Galactic reaction sum. Alien leaders demanded Earth be banned from the Union. Others wanted peace talks immediately, but no one dared to summon the humans, because in every case of previous contact, the humans arrived before being invited. They had spies inside. Almost every alien system, they knew more than they said. They watched. They remembered, they were silent. Scene 4. The captain's note. Zentari captain named Kuran received a letter. Delivered in an old-fashioned waypaper inside a box, he opened it with shaking hands. Dear Captain, we noticed your hesitation during the last summit. That was wise. You showed respect. This is remembered. Please continue. Earth's diplomatic protocol, team no threat, no demand. But the captain fainted. Why? Because no one had ever told anyone. He hesitated. That moment was private. Sighed his thoughts. Scene 5. Earth's silent army back on Earth. In a desert hidden under holographic sand, a massive underground chamber buzzed with silent activity. Thousands of agents moved in perfect sync. No one spoke. Every command was in gestures or soft digital cues. These were Echo soldiers, graduates of Project Echo Silence. Emotionless, efficient, lethal. They were trained to be forgettable. Blend into alien worlds, speak fluently, smile politely, and destroy. Completely. General Vega stood watching them. They mock our silence, he whispered. They never realized. Silence was our sharpest weapon. Scene 6. The death of Elira on the planet Carafor. A powerful alien merchant named Toth, now publicly claimed. Humans are bluffing. Ow! We should strike Earth before they strike us. That night, his private guards reported nothing unusual. In the morning, his palace was gone. Just ash. No explosion. No alarms. Only a metal coin was left at the center with the Earth symbol on one side and on the other. We are done. Being silent. You may speak now. Scene 7. Psychological collapse begins. Alien populations started rioting. Some accused their governments of hiding the human threat. Others believed humanity was already among them. Conspiracy theories exploded. My neighbor is too quiet. He must be human. Our children are learning Earth phrases. They're brainwashing us. In every major alien city, someone always whispered, they're already here. Scene 8. The dangerous copycats. Some alien worlds tried copying human behavior, creating polite strike squads who spoke kindly and fought calmly. But it didn't work, because politeness without discipline is just mockery. One alien commander smiled while burning a village, thinking he was copying humans. Next day, his entire fleet disappeared. Humanity sent a message. Politeness is not a costume. It is a code. You failed. Scene 9. Elena's silent broadcaster released a public message, spoken by Ambassador Elena. But it wasn't live. It was a pre-recorded message, played everywhere at once. You offered kindness. You mocked it. We offered silence. Shouted over it. Now we offer memory. She paused, then smiled. Please continue. The message ended. The galaxy didn't sleep that night. Final scene. The meaning of silence. A group of alien students sat in a classroom, watching ancient Earth footage. One child asked, why don't humans yell when they attack? The teacher replied, because yelling gives away weakness. Another asked, why do they smile? The teacher hesitated, then answered, because the last time they stopped smiling, planets died. Outside, a small human ship passed by. Silently, no guns, no shields up, just calm, and everyone on the alien station stopped breathing until it left. In a dark prison cell on planet Kravos, an elite alien commander named Vorn Dakel finally stood face to face with the man they had hunted for years, human agent Doran Kess. Doran sat calmly, chained, bruised, but smiling. You caused the destruction of 17 military stations, Vorn growled. You will tell us how you did it. Doran said nothing. You're going to die here. Slowly, Vorn spat. Still smiling, Doran finally whispered, this isn't war, Commander. Vorn frowned. Then what is it? Doran leaned forward, his eyes cold. This is your test, and you just failed. Then he bit his own tooth. A hidden device activated. The lights flickered. The alarms went off. Outside the prison walls, everything exploded. Scene 1. Shockwaves through the Union News spread across the galaxy. The Kravos fortress, once thought impenetrable, had vanished. Only one survivor remained, Commander Vorn. When he was rescued, he couldn't speak. His hands shook. His eyes were wide with fear. He kept repeating, he laughed, before everything burned. Scene 2. The hidden history. Galactic scholars began studying human records again. A forbidden file was leaked from Earth's deep archives. It was called Last Laugh Protocol. It described a plan designed 200 years ago. The idea was terrifyingly simple. If ever the galaxy refuses to hear human voices, let them hear our silence. If they mock our kindness, let them feel our memory. And if they enjoy our pain, let their last memory be our smile. Scene 3. Elena speaks again. Beside her, Elena Ross appeared on every galactic screen. She looked calm. Not angry. Just steady. You laughed at our silence. You laughed at our kindness. You thought we were too polite to fight back. But we remember every laugh, every insult, every betrayal. She leaned forward slightly. You think? This is war. No. This is correction. She smiled, and the broadcast ended. Scene 4. The blackout fleets in the edge of the galaxy. 20 alien warships gathered to fight the humans head-on, but they never saw any attack. Instead, one by one, their systems shut down. No lights, no oxygen. No escape. The only thing left inside each ship. A message on the wall written in clean, perfect lettering. You were warned. Thank you for participating in the experiment. Scene 5. Panic in high command. In the planet Zorlok, Union leaders screamed at each other. This is not war. This is fear. Should surrender to Earth. We have done nothing wrong. But one old commander stood up. We did everything wrong? We laughed. A long silence followed. He added quietly. And now, the smile is not ours. Scene 6. Humanity's old warning. A Rezik scholar found an ancient Earth document. Nearly 300 years old. It had been ignored by the galaxy for centuries. It was titled, Politeness is our weapon inside, it said. If we must fight, we shall do so kindly. If we must punish, we shall do so completely. If the galaxy ever pushes us too far, we will not shout. We will smile. The galaxy had laughed when they first read it. They weren't laughing now. Scene 7. Who's watching who? Aliens began seeing strange things. Human ships where none should be. Human tech working inside alien bases. Human agents speaking. Alien languages fluently. One alien general received a cake in his office. No one knew who sent it. The card read, Congratulations on not laughing this year. Progress noted. The general resigned the next day. Scene 8. Humanity's statement. Alana Ross stood before the Union Council once more. This time no one mocked her. She opened a black case and placed something on the table, a small mirror. This is your enemy, she said. The aliens looked confused. You laughed because you saw weakness, but you didn't see your own reflection. You didn't see your fear of us. We don't want revenge. We want understanding. But if fear is the only language you speak, then we will speak it fluently. She stood, bowed slightly, and walked out. No one said a word. Scene 9. Not war, but judgment. The galaxy now understood. Humans were not trying to win a war. They were correcting a mistake, not theirs, but the galaxy's. A mistake made. Long ago, when kindness was mistaken for cowardice. Final scene. The children remember on a small moon. A group of alien children sat near a fire. One child asked, Why do humans smile when they're angry? The elder replied, Because anger is loud, but memory is quiet. Another child asked, Will they stop? The elder looked at the stars. Only when we stop laughing at them. And in the sky above, single human ship passed. No. Words, no guns, just a glowing message on its side. This is not war. This is your last lesson. The alien mining station Brask 17 floated above a gas giant, busy with ships coming and going. One day, all communication from the station stopped. A search ship arrived hours later. Inside, they found only one survivor, a small blue-skinned engineer named Zoltek. His hands were shaking, his eyes wide. He whispered just 5 words. They said, Please, before burning it all. Scene 1. Fear in the Union. The Galactic Union gathered again. Alien leaders were frightened now. This is the 3rd. Station destroyed, said the Grand Speaker. No war declaration, no message. Just polite warnings, said the Rezik General, his voice trembling. They say we apologize, and everything dies. They are not angry. Someone said that's the worst part. They are calm. Ambassador Alina Ross from Earth stood silently, smiling gently. We do not seek war, she said. But sometimes memories need to be ... shared. And she sat down. Scene 2. Inside Earth's memory, core deep inside the Earth's lunar base, an artificial intelligence called Soulmind reviewed old data. Every insult, every attack, every betrayal by alien empires. Humans forget nothing, Soulmind whispered. Every humiliation, archived. Every laugh, time-stamped. Human leaders had waited for 200 years. They didn't retaliate with emotion. They waited for the moment when revenge would become justice. That moment had arrived. Scene 3. Protocol activated in every human stealth ship. A simple message appeared on screen. Protocol of vengeance. Authorized mission status. Polite retribution only. Rules: speak kindly. Act completely. Leave nothing. The captains gave the order. Begin strikes. Scene 4. Polite destruction across the galaxy. Small alien military posts vanished. No alarms, no warning. Each site left behind the same message in perfect formal language. We sincerely apologize for the interruption. Please understand this is a response, not an attack. Thank you. Aliens tried decoding the messages. But the meaning was simple. Humanity had been pushed too far, and now their politeness was terrifying. Scene 5. The Rezik ambush. The Rezik Empire, famous for its warriors, set a trap. They placed 20 warships in a dead zone, waiting for a human stealth team. 3 days later, a human ship appeared. No lights, no sound. It stopped in front of the Rezik fleet. A message came through. Hello, thank you for receiving us. You may begin your attack whenever you are ready. The Rezik commander laughed. What kind of threat are you? They fired. Nothing happened. Seconds later, all their weapons shut down. Their engines melted, one by one. The Rezik ships imploded without a single human shot. Only one human ship remained, and then it disappeared. Scene 6. A diplomat's warning. A Zarkon diplomat met a human representative in neutral space. We didn't insult Earth, he said quickly. We even traded fairly. The human smiled. We remember that, she replied. You will be spared. The Zarkon diplomat sighed in relief until the human added, but we noticed your silence when others mocked us. Silence is also remembered. Froze. She bowed slightly. Have a peaceful evening. Scene 7. The protocol is spreading. Another alien. Races began to panic. Some tried copying human speech, chatting please and thank you. In every message, some began changing school. Lessons teaching their young to fear the smile of Earth. Others offered gifts hoping to be spared. But humanity wasn't looking for gifts. They wanted the truth. Only those who truly respected Earth would survive untouched. Everyone else was a memory waiting to be erased. Scene 8. Humanities. True weapon. The aliens had superior numbers. They had ancient war machines. But they lacked one thing. Discipline. Humanity didn't scream, didn't rage, didn't panic. They planned. They observed. When they moved, it was like a knife in the dark, gentle, quiet, and final. Scene 9. The apology that wasn't enough. The planet Arvak, the local governor broadcasted. A full apology to Earth. We deeply regret our past behavior. Ask for forgiveness. We offer tribute and cooperation. He even bowed on camera. Earth responded with a single message. We accept your apology, but remembrance requires action. We will visit soon. The governor vanished the next day. His palace was found empty. On the wall, the same writing appeared. Please consider this history corrected. Scene 10. Whispered terror in alien cities. Children now asked, what happens if we laugh at humans? And the answer was always whispered. They will thank you for your time and erase you kindly. Back on Earth, Ambassador Alina looked out at the stars. A junior officer asked, Ma'am, how long will the protocol of vengeance continue? Lena replied, still smiling until the galaxy learns that politeness is not weakness. She turned. Back to her console. Phase 1, 80% complete. Phase 2, psychological. Collapsalina pressed a button marked Observe Only. She leaned back and whispered, Let them fear our smile. On the grand planet Zover Prime, the Galactic High Council gathered. The room had once been filled with loud voices, laughter, pride. Now, silence. 20 leaders stood around a throne, one made of light and floating crystal. It was Earth's seat, reserved, untouched. The Speaker of the Council stepped forward. We offer the seat to Earth. We surrender all authority. Not from fear of war, but from fear of silence. A human ambassador didn't arrive. Only a message played on a small white screen. We're watching. We'll arrive when you're ready to listen. Then the screen turned black. The room stayed quiet for hours. Scene 1. The galaxy accepts. Defeat across alien worlds, flags were lowered. No human armies came. No warships hovered above. No lasers fired, but still, the galaxy bowed. They shut down propaganda machines, removed anti-human history books, ended military spending. Why? Because they realized one truth. Humanity didn't want to rule them. Humanity wanted them to remember. Scene 2. The Declaration of Submission. A joint message was sent to Earth. Signed by 413 alien civilizations. We misunderstood your silence. We misjudged your kindness. We mocked what we feared. Now, surrender not in defeat, but in regret. Please lead us, not with power, but with presence. Earth received the message. They didn't reply, and that silence said everything. Scene 3. On Earth. Calm continues. On Earth. There was no celebration, no fireworks, no military parades. General Vega sat alone in a quiet office. A young officer. Entered, sir. They surrendered. All of them. Vega nodded once. Good. The officer paused. What now? Vega replied. Now we wait. Let the galaxy understand what it asked for, and when they're truly ready, we'll return. Not as warriors, but as teachers. Scene 4. Alien worlds begin to change. Alien planets. Children began learning Earth languages. Schools added classes on polite strategy. Statues of ancient war heroes were replaced by statues of human ambassadors, quiet, smiling. Hands folded. The phrase "smile like a human" became a rule in military academies. Not because it was cute, but because it meant control. It's discipline and death if ignored. Scene 5. What the galaxy finally understood. Scholars and historians wrote new textbooks. One quote became famous. Earth did not burn our cities. Earth burned our pride, and that was worse. Another alien teacher wrote, Humans showed us what real strength looks like. It's not in shouting, it's in smiling, while holding back the fire. Scene 6. The first human return. 10 years passed. Then one day, without warning, a single human ship entered Union space. It was unarmed, small, peaceful. It docked at a neutral station. A lone human stepped out. He carried no weapon. He bowed gently. We're ready to talk. Alien leaders froze. None dared speak first. The human simply said, We don't need your fear anymore. We want your understanding. Scene 7. The first galactic class soon after Earth opened its first interstellar academy. It didn't teach weapons, didn't train soldiers. It taught memory, emotion, control, strategy of restraint, how to forgive without forgetting, and how to smile. With meaning, aliens from across the stars came to study. They called it the calm before humanity, the final age before true human leadership. Scene 8. Those who refused a few worlds rejected this peace. They still feared Earth, but refused. To bow, they were left alone. No attacks, no threats. But within years, they collapsed from within. Their own people fled. Their armies disbanded. Because even their own citizens whispered, We don't fear Earth's armies. Fear being forgotten by them. Ambassador Alina Ross appeared one last time across the galaxy. We never wanted your land. We never wanted your surrender. We wanted your attention. She looked into the camera. Now that we have it, let's build a galaxy worth remembering. She smiled. Thank you for listening. Your screen faded to black. No sound. No music. Just silence. And in that silence, peace was born on a hidden moon in deep space. A small rebel group gathered in secret. They were aliens from different worlds, angry, proud, and afraid of the future Earth had built. Their leader, Threnkor, stood with fire in his eyes. We've lived in silence too long, he shouted. We bow, we whisper, but we are not slaves. He held up a strange black device. One strike, just one. You destroy Earth's beacon station. Them know we still bite. They launched the attack. The station burned. For 10 minutes, across the galaxy, Earth was silent. No response. Until a single phrase appeared across every screen, every satellite, every mind. We remember. And the galaxy held its breath. Scene 1. Fear returns. Leaders panicked. Some begged Earth not to retaliate. Others hunted the rebels, hoping to prove loyalty. No one knew what Earth would do, because Earth said nothing. No army moved. No ambassador spoke. Just total silence. Again, Scene 2. The decision room on Earth. Deep inside Salcor Command, the world's top leaders gathered. General Vega, older now, stood with Ambassador Elena Ross. They attacked us, a young officer said. Everyone expects revenge. Elena closed her eyes. They expect the fire. Vega spoke slowly. But we promised to be more. Silence. Then Elena said, let's test the galaxy one final time. Let's give them what they forgot. Scene 3. The unexpected response instead of missiles. Earth sent a message. Not to the galaxy, not to the rebels, just to Threnkor. Directly, it said. We do not erase what we understand. You are not forgotten. You are not hated. You are feared, because you fear yourself. Come to Earth. Alone, unarmed. Speak. We will listen. The galaxy was stunned. The rebels froze. But Threnkor went. Scene 4. Arrival on Earth. Arrived on Earth in a small ship. Shaking with fear, he expected death. Instead, he was welcomed by a human. Child who smiled and said, You're late. We were waiting. Kor was led through quiet gardens, not prisons. No soldiers, no weapons, only peace. He was brought to Elena Ross. She offered tea. He couldn't understand it. Why? He asked. Why not destroy me? Elena replied calmly. Because your anger means you're still learning. And we do not destroy students. We teach them. Scene 5. The final lesson. Elena walked. With Kor through Earth's Hall of Memory. Inside were artifacts of human suffering. The first alien betrayal. The laughter during Earth's pain. The silence Earth endured. This is why we smiled, Elena said. It's not to threaten, but to hold this beside us. She turned to him. You feared our power, but we feared something more. Becoming like you used to be. Scene 6. The apology that changed everything through Kor stood before Earth's Global Council. I mocked you. I hated you. I feared your control. But now I understand. He bowed deeply. It's not to Earth's strength, but to its restraint. Earth stood still, and then the galaxy changed forever. Scene 7. A new galaxy is born. New council formed, not ruled by Earth, but guided by it. Human instructors. We're sent to alien worlds not to command, but to teach patience, strategy, and remembrance. The galaxy entered a new age. They called it the Era of Reflection. Scene 8. Humanity steps back. Years passed. Earth slowly removed its fleets, its agents, even its satellites. One day, Lena Ross gave a farewell speech. We do not need to stay. Because now, remember, she smiled one last time. We still do. Final scene. The legacy lives on a distant alien world. A young girl read from a book titled The Calm Before Humanity. She asked her teacher, were humans ever really angry? The teacher smiled. No, they were hurt, and they waited. Another student asked why didn't they destroy us? Because they knew what destruction feels like.
Outside a
Statue stood in the garden, a human figure calm, smiling. At its base were only 4 words, and still we remember. The stars above were quiet, but never silent again. On the planet Dravok 6, the alien prime speaker addressed his people on live broadcast. He smiled wide to wide and said, "We welcome Earth's greatness. We too now value kindness, peace, and gentle smiles." Behind him, soldiers stood, straight arms behind backs, smiling like statues. Their smiles looked strange, forced, hollow that night. Dravok 6 vanished. All sensors stopped. Communications died. In the sky, nearby ships saw one last message appear across the stars. Politeness is not performance. It is principle. Why panic imitation begins across the galaxy. Alien leaders scrambled to survive. They had seen what happened to those who mocked. Earth, now, they tried to imitate human behavior. They created peace ministries that trained alien diplomats to speak politely. They handed out Earth-style uniforms, black suits, calm voices, fake smiles. They called it Operation Mirror Smile. Scene 2, the copycat school in Planet Jalara 3. Alien students studied Earth's behavior. Their lessons included how to bow, slightly like Ambassador Alina, how to say please before delivering a warning, how to smile without showing fear one. Teacher asked, why do humans stay calm during war? A student answered, because they practice manners. The teacher smiled nervously. None of them understood what humanity had really done. Scene 3. The human warning in response to the growing imitation, Earth sent out a new broadcast. Alina appeared on screen once again. She looked directly into the camera. Imitation without understanding is mockery. Do not pretend to respect us. Learn why we demanded respect. A smile is not a mask, it is a warning wrapped in grace. The message ended with just 3 words. Be sincere or disappear. Scene 4. The mistake of planet Venaki people staged a massive peace parade. With fake human-style politeness, they broadcasted a fake apology to Earth. Hoping to save themselves, they said all the right words. They bowed. They offered gifts, but they laughed after the cameras turned off the next day. The planet's oceans boiled. No one survived. On a floating piece of debris, one phrase glowed. You had your chance. Scene 5. The truth about the smile inside Earth's lunar archives. General Vega gave a speech to human officers. They think the smile is our trick, a weapon, but the smile is our restraint. He looked into their eyes. They haven't seen what comes when we stop smiling. Behind him, silent echo soldiers stood, waiting, watching, without emotion. When we smile, we're warning them. When we don't. Scene 6. The real meaning of polite in the planet Sorith Prime. An alien philosopher tried to explain the situation to his people. Humans are not just acting calm, they are built on calm. They use politeness as a boundary to protect others from what they could do. If you copy the smile without the solu, invite the fire. But no one listened until their capital city vanished the next night. Scene 7. The honest apology in contrast. A small farming planet named Velanine sent no parade, no speeches, no false smiles. Instead, they sent Earth a simple, handwritten letter. We were wrong. We're afraid of your silence, and we mocked it. We will not fake kindness. We will start learning real respect. Earth replied, we believe you. Harm will come to Velanine. Continue your path. Velanine became the first alien planet to be accepted as a peace ally. Scene 8. Mirror smile. Crumbles operation? Mirror smile collapsed. Fake politeness became a death sentence. The more they copied, the more humans erased. Humanity made one. Final broadcast. This time, no words. It's just a video. Clips of alien leaders laughing. Clips of those same leaders erased. Then a black screen. A sentence appeared. Respect is not a performance. It is a choice. Final scene. A new kind of lesson on an alien world. A child watched Earth documentaries. He turned to his mother. "Mama, why didn't the aliens just say sorry and mean it?" The mother hugged him and said, "Because they didn't understand. They thought humans were pretending." He looked confused. "Weren't they?" She shook her head slowly. "No, the humans were always serious. We just didn't listen." Outside, a small Earth ship passed by. It blinked a polite signal. "Thank you for your time." Everyone bowed their heads, because now they finally understood the smile. On the wealthy alien world Arcara, Supreme Leader Tran Vok returned to his palace after giving a defiant speech against Earth. He found a small, black box on his desk. No guards had seen anyone deliver it. Nervous, he opened it. Inside was only a mirror, a card. The card read, "This is what you fear yourself. Thank you for your honesty." Looked into the mirror and screamed an hour later. He resigned from power. No humans had spoken to him. No army had arrived, but fear had. Scene 1. The strategy changes back at Earth's command center. General Vega stood in front of the Global War Board. Phase 1. Done. Phase 2. Done. Phase 3 begins now. An officer asked, "What's Phase 3? Vega smiled coldly. "Nothing. We stop, we vanish. Let fear do the rest." Scene 2. The ghost of humanity alien worlds began to feel. Strange ships malfunctioned for no reason. Power systems randomly shut off. People whispered about human agents walking among them, but no one ever proved it. Leaders grew paranoid. One empire executed its own defense minister for being too calm, thinking he was human. No humans had touched them, but the fear lived among them now. Scene 3. Civilizations collapse from within. Torlox 2. The government collapsed overnight. Why? Because their highest officials believed Earth was watching. They began spying on their own people, searching for human sympathizers. Millions were arrested. Their own people turned on each other, no one trusted smiles anymore. Fear had become Earth's strongest ally. Scene for Elena's quiet message. Earth sent one final message to the galaxy. It was only 5 seconds long. Ambassador Elena stood in silence. She said, "We're not here, but you are. Good luck." She smiled, then vanished. Scene 5. Fear becomes the flamin' planet Malkrin. An alien council debated launching a preemptive strike on Earth. They never got the chance. A small, unknown fire broke out during the meeting. It spread unusually fast. The council chamber collapsed, but investigations showed no human tech. It's no sabotage. It was just a normal fire. But no one believed that. They believed it was Earth's warning. They stopped the attack. It's Plan Scene 6. Solmind predicts collapse in Earth's Moonbase AI. Solmind calculated galactic behavior. Prediction: 45% of enemy civilizations will self-destruct due to fear within 10 years. Estimated human involvement, 0.03%. General Vega asked, "Do we help them fall?" "No," Solmind replied. "We only watch. That is enough." Scene 7. The fear virus. Alien doctors noticed a strange pattern. Leaders and soldiers who mocked humans in the past began experiencing insomnia, hallucinations, paranoia, hearing voices saying, "We remember there was no virus, no weapon, just guilt and fear." Growing from within, some called it the Earth sickness. But Earth had done nothing, and that was the scariest part. Scene 8. The one human who returned on Zexer Prime. A small boy found a human man sitting in the park. The man was calm, quiet, old, just feeding birds. The boy sat next to him and asked, "Are you going to hurt us?" The man smiled gently. "We already did." The boy looked confused. "Then why are you here?" The man replied softly, "To remind you, we don't have to be." Then he vanished before anyone else saw him. Scene 9. The fall of the Titans 2. Massive alien empires, both once mocking. Earth began preparing for war against each other. Both believed the other was hiding humans. They launched fleets, bombed each other. Millions died. Earth watched in silence. General Vega said only one word: unfolding. On a quiet planet, a classroom full of alien children listened to an elder. "Why does Earth scare everyone?" a child asked. The elder walked to the front and held up a blank piece of paper, because this is what they gave us. Nothing. They gave us silence. They gave us fear. They gave us our own reflection. The children were silent, and outside high above, a human ship watched silently, did nothing, but its presence was enough.